Anika was a simple girl from a small town in Bangladesh. She lived with her parents and little brother. Every morning she woke up early to help her mother cook breakfast. After breakfast, she walked to school with her best friend, Rena. Anika loved learning. Her favorite subject was English. She liked reading English books, watching English cartoons, and writing small stories. She dreamed of speaking English fluently, just like people in movies. But there was one problem. No one in her town spoke English. Most people laughed when Anika tried to speak English. "Why speak English?" they asked. "You live here." But Anika didn't stop. Every night after homework, she listened to English songs. She copied the words. She repeated the sentences. She looked up new words in her old dictionary. One day, her teacher, Mr. Kabir, told the class, "We will have an English-speaking competition next month." Anika's heart jumped. She wanted to join, but she felt nervous. After school, Rena said, "You should join. You love English." "But what if I make mistakes?" Anika asked. "It's okay to make mistakes. Just try," Rena smiled. That night, Anika wrote her first English speech. It was short. It had simple sentences, but it was her own. Every day she practiced in front of the mirror. She recorded her voice. She listened and corrected her mistakes. Days turned into weeks. Anika practiced her speech again and again. Her little brother listened and clapped. Her father said, "I don't understand what you say, but you sound confident." Sometimes she got tired. Sometimes she forgot words. But she didn't stop. She made flashcards with new words. She watched English news with subtitles. She played games in English. She even started thinking in English. She kept a journal. Each night she wrote about her day in English. Finally, the competition day arrived. Anika wore her favorite blue dress. She held her speech paper in her hand. Her legs were shaking. When it was her turn, she walked to the stage. The microphone looked big. The hall was full. She looked at the audience and took a deep breath. "Good morning, everyone. My name is Anika. Today I want to talk about dreams." She spoke slowly, clearly, from her heart. She made a few small mistakes, but she didn't stop. People clapped. When she finished, the hall was quiet for a second, then loud with applause. After the competition, the head teacher stood up. All students were good, but one student showed courage, effort, and love for English. The winner is Anika. Anika couldn't believe it. She smiled with tears in her eyes. Rena ran to hug her. From that day, everything changed. Other students came to her and said, "Can you help me with English?" Anika started a small English club. Every week, she and her friends practiced English together. They watched movies, read books, and played word games. Years passed. Anika finished school and got a scholarship to study in Dhaka. She became an English teacher. She never forgot her small town or her first speech. She returned to her school to teach other students. She told them, "You can learn English. You just need practice, patience, and passion." One little girl asked, "Teacher, can I speak English too?" Anika smiled. "Yes, you can. You are already on your journey." Moving to Dhaka was not easy for Anika. The city was big, loud, and very different from her peaceful village. There were many cars, buses, people, and lights everywhere. Anika missed her family. She missed the quiet nights and the green fields. but she knew she had come for a reason, to learn more and become a better teacher. At university, Annika met students from all over the country. Some spoke very good English. At first, Annika felt shy. She thought, maybe I am not good enough. But then she remembered, I was nervous before my first speech too, but I did it. So she smiled and started talking to others in English. Some students corrected her. Some didn't understand her. But she kept going. She joined the English club at her university. She listened to podcasts, watched English debates, and joined English drama classes. She also helped other students who were shy, just like she had once been. After graduating, Annika returned to her village as a teacher. The school principal welcomed her warmly. You were once a student here. Now you are a teacher, he said proudly. Annika smiled. Yes, and I want to help students love English, like I did. She started teaching English to class 5 and 6 students. On the first day, she wrote one sentence on the board. English is not hard, it is just new. Some students laughed. Some looked scared, but Annika said, let's learn it together, step by step. She used songs, games, and stories to teach. She showed English cartoons and asked students to act out scenes. Every student had a turn to speak, even if it was just one word. One boy in her class, Rafi, never spoke. He looked down and avoided eye contact. Annika noticed this. After class, she gently asked, Rafi, do you like English? He said softly, I don't know any English. People will laugh. Annika smiled and said, do you know the word cat? Yes, he replied. Then you already know some English, she said with a wink. She gave him small tasks. Say one word a day, then a sentence, then ask a question. Slowly, Rafi began to smile. He spoke more. He even helped other students. By the end of the year, Rafi gave a speech, just like Annika once did. After 1 year of teaching, Annika organized her school's first ever English festival. There were songs, plays, stories, and spelling bees. Parents and teachers were invited. Students wore badges that said, I'm learning English and I'm proud. Rena, her old friend, who now worked at the local library, helped set up a bookstall. The crowd cheered when Rafi and 2 other shy students told a story in English on stage. Annika looked at them and felt tears in her eyes. She wasn't just teaching English. She was giving confidence, giving dreams, giving hope. One sunny afternoon, Annika received a letter from the Ministry of Education. It was an invitation. Dear Miss Annika, we are pleased to invite you to speak at the National Teachers Conference in Dhaka. Your innovative work in English teaching has inspired many. Annika read the letter twice, then again. She couldn't believe it. She had only been teaching for 1 year, but her students were improving fast. Her school was full of energy. People were talking about her English festival. A visitor had recorded it and shared it online. Many teachers saw it. At the conference in Dhaka, Annika stood in front of hundreds of teachers. She wore a simple sari and held her notes tightly. Good morning, she began. I come from a small village where most people think English is too hard, but I believed it is possible. So I tried something different. She spoke about teaching with love, not fear, using music, games, and stories, helping shy students, making learning fun. People clapped. Some took notes, Others smiled. After her talk, many teachers came to her. "Can you help us start something similar?" one asked. Annika nodded. "Of course. Let's help our students dream bigger." Annika returned home with a new idea. She started a small online channel called Easy English with Annika. Every week she posted simple video lessons, word of the day, short stories, conversation practice, student interviews. Her goal: help students in villages learn English for free. Rena helped film the videos. Rafi sometimes joined as a guest student. They kept it fun, clear, and full of real-life examples. Within months, her videos reached students across Bangladesh. She received messages. "Thank you, Annika Appa. I learn English with your videos every night. My daughter watches your channel before school. I'm 45 years old, and I'm learning English now too." One day, Annika's school received news about a national English competition for rural schools. The best students from each district would compete. Her students were excited, but also nervous. "Can we really win?" asked Rafi. Annika smiled. "Winning is good, but learning is better. Let's give our best." She trained her students daily. Practice dialogues, quick quizzes, vocabulary games, listening to native speakers, speaking in front of groups. She even created English corners around the school, places where students could speak only in English. After weeks of practice, her team was ready. "We may be a small school," Annika said, "but we have big hearts." The day finally arrived. Annika and her 4 best students, Rafi, Salma, Nihar, and Meem, traveled to Dhaka for the National English Competition. It was their first time on a train. Rafi looked out the window with wide eyes. "Teacher, is Dhaka really that big?" he asked. Annika smiled. "Yes, but your dreams are even bigger." When they arrived at the competition venue, there were teams from all over Bangladesh, students from big schools with perfect uniforms and fluent English. Annika's students looked nervous. "Don't worry," Annika told them. "Just do your best. You belong here too." The first round was a vocabulary challenge. Each team had to spell words and explain their meanings. The other teams were fast, confident, fluent. Then it was Rafi's turn. "Spell the word adventure and use it in a sentence," the judge said. Rafi stood up. His hands were shaking. He closed his eyes, took a breath, and said, "Adventure. An adventure is something exciting and new. This competition is an adventure for me." The judge smiled. "Very good." Annika clapped softly. Her team moved to the next round. In the second round, teams had to act out a scene in English. Annika's team had practiced a short role play at school. A visit to the doctor. Salma played the doctor, and Meem was the patient. Nihar acted as the nurse, and Rafi was the worried brother. They used simple English. "What seems to be the problem?" "I have a headache and a fever." "Drink water and take rest." They even added humor. The audience laughed and clapped. After their performance, one judge said, "That was creative, clear, and fun. Great job, team." Annika felt proud. They had made it to the final round. Before the final round started, the host announced, "Today we have a special guest. Please welcome Miss Sophia Allen, an English educator from the United Kingdom, here to support rural education in Bangladesh." A tall woman with kind eyes walked to the stage. she said. I watched a video of a teacher named Annika from a small village. Her work inspired me. I am so happy to be here and meet her students. Annika was shocked. Her video had reached this woman from another country. Miss Sophia came to meet her and said, "You are doing something beautiful. Never stop." The final round of the national competition was a debate. Each team had to speak for or against a topic. The topic was, should students learn English from Class 1? Annika's team was told to support the topic, say yes. Rafi stepped forward first. He said, English is a global language. If students start from Class 1, they will speak better when they grow up. It helps with jobs, study, and travel. Then Meme added, children learn fast. At a young age, they are not afraid of making mistakes. That is the best time to start. The other teams had strong arguments too, but Annika's students spoke with confidence, simple language, and clear points. When the debate ended, the judges nodded and smiled. Everyone waited as the results were announced. The host came to the microphone. There were many good teams today, but one team showed heart, courage, and teamwork. Annika held her breath. The winner of the National English Competition is Annika's school from Jamalpur district. Her students jumped up, cheering and hugging each other. Rafi had tears in his eyes. We did it, teacher, he said. Annika smiled, her voice soft. You believed in yourselves. That is the real win. They went on stage, received medals, certificates, and a trophy. People clapped, cameras flashed. After the ceremony, Miss Sophia Allen came to Annika again. You have built something special, she said. Would you like to visit London for a 4-week teacher exchange program? Annika blinked. London? Yes, Sophia smiled. You'll learn new teaching methods and also share your ideas with other teachers. Annika felt nervous and excited. She had never even been on a plane, but she remembered what she told her students. Learning begins when we step out of our comfort zone. She nodded. Yes, I would love to go. Before leaving for London, Annika called a special school assembly. She said, I will be away for a few weeks, but I will come back with new ideas. For you. She looked at Rafi, Salma, Meme, and Nihar. You are the future teachers, doctors, and leaders. Keep speaking English. Keep helping each other. Her students gave her handmade cards. One said, Thank you, teacher. You changed my life. As Annika boarded the airplane for the first time, she looked out the window. The sky was wide and blue. She whispered to herself, This is not the end. It's the beginning of a new chapter. If this story inspired you, like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'll be with you every step of the way. Let's do this together.